Canadian Red Cross is a wonderful organization that helps Canadians to prepare, stay safe, and survive through any emergencies. And one of the great things is we have an entire department all to prevention and safety. And one of the areas that we specialize in is first aid, water safety, and opioid poisoning awareness. With summer upon us, we want to remind Canadians to make sure that they are being prepared for whatever it is that they're doing, whether they're heading to the cottage, going on a road trip, hanging out by the pool, or going to the beach. We want to make sure that you are ready to go. So there are a few things that you can think about while you're starting to prepare. One is, where are you going and what are you doing? And you want to make sure that you have enough equipment in case an emergency does take place. So the first thing you can do is make sure that you have your first aid training. And you can take a look at the courses online and find a course Red Cross, and you'll be able to find a first aid training program that meets your needs. Then you want to take a look at what it is that you need to bring with you. So let's take first step, we're going on a road trip. You want to make sure that you have in your vehicle everything that you need in case there is a flat tire, your car breaks down on the side of the road, or there is an accident that you have to hang out on the highway while you wait for emergency crews to clean it up. So this is a really important kit, and they can be found on Red Cross Shop website. The next thing that you want to do is you want to have any first aid supplies that you might need if you get a small cut, a severe wound, or if you're just out at the cottage and want to make sure that you have everything you need for stings and bites and all that good stuff that does take place. So you can also find a first aid kit, and inside those kits you want to get yourself familiar and comfortable with the information that's in here. So you can find anything from your wrapping devices, cold packs, CPR masks, bandages, stings and bites, temperature thermometer, and so much more in just a basic first aid kit where you can help with almost every single injury that comes up. What else is really important for Canadians is that we have a Red Cross app that is absolutely free that can tell you what you need to do in that emergency. And we want to talk a little bit about water safety and being prepared around the water. So first is very important is nothing supersedes adult supervision. It is so important that you have an undistracted adult watching all swimmers at all times, because swimming abilities range, and you want to make sure that you're aware of those abilities, and take a moment to remind family members of where the shallow end is and the deep end is of the pool, what the rules are around the pool, and if you're going to the beach, join in the fun. Get in the water and make sure that you have an eye on everyone that you're with that day. Things that can help support that is having your rules displayed by the backyard pool. I find rules with pictures are a lot easier to communicate, and I make sure all my guests go through the rules just before they enter the water. Having some life jackets and PFDs that can support all the ages that might be coming to your pool that day. This is important that you make sure that the device fits individuals who need to wear it and that it is Department of Transport approved. A great tip for those summer barbecues that you're having a lot of people around the backyard pool is to have a designated water watcher. That person, you can rotate on 10-15-minute rotations, is designated to actually watch the water only, not be on their phone, not reading a book, and not socializing with any of the other adults around. So that is a great tip that you can use. Also, when you're heading out to the water, whether you're on the boat, you're going to the beach, you want to be able to bring a device with you that you can use to reach out or throw or wade in to help somebody in need. You want to know your own strengths as well as a swimmer to know if you're going to need to call for help, if you're going to be able to help them yourself. So this is a suggestion of a rescue throw bag that has 50 feet of rope in it that you can toss out to the individual if they're in need. I also have a reaching assist that I can lay down on my belly and reach out to someone, so I don't even have to enter the water if they need help. Keep in mind, if you are going on the boat, you never want to lose your boat keys. So having something that floats for your keys to be on is key. So that way, if they ever fall into the water, you're not going to be stranded out in the water without the boat being able to run. Signaling devices are also very important for emergencies. So having a good whistle that can be heard from a long distance is also key. Other things we want to be aware of this summer is that natural disasters can take place. We've even had tornadoes here in Barrie before, as recent as last summer. And so it's important to be prepared as a family to make sure you have the essentials that you might need in case of those emergencies. This, for example, is a disaster kit that can be bought through our Shop Red Cross website, and inside it will have a lot of the essentials that you require in case of an emergency. So as we open it up, you will see that it is full of goodies. So we have right down to construction gloves in case you have to move debris, emergency blankets, SOS messages, proper masking for if there's so much debris around you don't want to be breathing it in. It has first aid kits. It also has this nifty flashlight, radio, and alarm, and it is a wind-up, so it can actually charge your cell phone so you can make emergency calls. As you wind it, it also will connect with the radio so that you can hear any of the local news, and it has the flashlight feature. It contains things like a collapsible water container with purifying tablets so that if you need to collect water that you don't have over the next few days, you can do so and store it here. This is an amazing beginner kit, and you can add so much more to it, such as water bottles, canned foods, some dried perishables, so that you have food available. And if you keep it in one backpack, it's very easy to grab it on the go if you have to remove yourself from the dangerous areas. Let's make sure we stay safe and have fun this summer.